Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the channel where I pretend to review Blu-rays, UHDs, school projects of little kids send me. Wait, that does not sound right. Little kids should not be sending me anything. Okay, let's skip the intro then and just get right to the review. So today I am reviewing on Blu-ray from Troma, Surf Nazis Must Die. You can tell right away that this is going to be an amazing movie. So let's get into it after this short commercial break. No, there's no commercial break. I'm kidding. Why would I have commercial breaks? I can't even monetize this channel because Okay, so what is Surf Nazis Must Die all about? Well, it's released by Troma. This one is released in 1987. So my history with Troma is, it's a little iffy. I know that I liked the Toxic Avenger. The Toxic Avenger. I liked the movie. I loved the movie. Had a great time with the movie. I watched the sequel. Had a great time with that one. Now, I did watch Class of Nukem High, and I just brought up my review here on importtaste.ca because it's Canadian. I'm Canadian. And I wrote this about 9 years ago, back when I used to actually write reviews. Now so much I don't really write reviews. I just do really shitty YouTube videos that no one watches. So I'm going to read you. Okay, so when I review Class of Nukem High, I wasn't a fan. What did I say? What did I say in the last blurb? The story is atrocious, the acting is hurtful to one's health, and the pacing is equivalent to walking uphill backwards on your knees while covered in molasses. Sadly, Class of Nukem High is a fail for me. You know what? I very well could have a different opinion if I was to go back and watch it again, because I have seen some really shitty movies in that 9 years span time that Class of Nukem High probably isn't that shitty. But boy, did I get blasted when I reviewed it. 9 years ago, someone commented, and I'm going to read you the comment right now. This is all to preface my opinion on Surf Nazis. I want you to know what kind of history I've had with Troma. So this is what the guy said about my Class of Nukem High review. You're crazy. It's a great movie. Your taste in horror sucks really bad, and it shows you don't know a thing what Troma is all about. Fair point. Recommend it for not stiff people with good taste that liked movies like Evil Dead, Dead Alive, Basket Case, Toxic Avenger, etc. So I'm going to stop right there because Evil Dead's awesome, Dead Alive's awesome, Basket Case awesome, Toxic Avenger awesome. I don't know where he's going. And then finally he says, for the author, please give up reviewing and spend your time playing with Barbies, watching MTV, or listening Row Foreigner. I think he meant to say Two Foreigner. Foreigner's cool. And then also, did I mention you suck? So yeah, that is my history of Troma reviews. So that's all to say that Surf Nazis Must Die. It's an alright movie. It's low budget. It's poorly acted. It is, like I said, actually I didn't say, I said the year. It's 83 minutes. It felt like a long 83 minutes. However, I did have some fun with it. So, what is the story of Surf Nazis Must Die? Well, it obviously has Nazis in the film, and they are surfers. There's actually a whole bunch of gangs of surfers. It's in the near future. They don't specifically say, but it's like a post-apocalyptic world. It's in the future. So there's gangs of surfers, and they're led by the main gang, which are Nazis. And sweet God, do these Nazis want to put their swastika on everything. They put it on their coffee cups, on their mugs, they put it on their jackets, their coats, their surfboards, they probably got it on their toilet seats, and like tampons are probably have swastika logos on them because there's a female in the group who, she gets naked. Yes, they have bubbies. I'm not sure why that didn't really have anything to do with him, but I just want to point out that there's nudity in this film. And so they're all led by the Nazis. However, all the other surfer groups don't really like the Nazis, because what's funny is all the other groups are also stereotypes, like the 80s beach bums. The Japanese are samurais. They're the samurai surfers. Eventually, all the surfers kind of have some infighting, blah, blah, blah. Then, so there is this older woman. Her name is Mama Washington. She's played by Gail Neely. And her son, Leroy, is attacked by the Nazis when he's going to go surfing. And he gets killed. And so she is going to go on a revenge spree after these Nazis. However, that doesn't really happen until near the end of the film. So you spend like a good hour of just seeing surf scenes, really cool surf scenes filmed in Hawaii. Those are really cool. And them wading out in the water or around a campfire. That's it. There is some fighting with, like I said, with the groups. And then eventually we finally get the actual revenge plot, but then there's only like 20 minutes left. It's cool, but it just takes too long. So that's the thing with Surf Nazis Must Die. It felt like a very long movie. And it wasn't a long movie, but it just felt like one. However, I appreciate, it's low budget. I appreciate everything that was put into it. There's some cool scenes, some really cool special effects at times. There's a decapitation that happens. Really awesome. It actually looked really real. I wouldn't be surprised if they just did it, because it is Troma. They're like, you know what? Let's just cut off this actor's head. You never know. Woo, evil. So that's the movie. It's okay. As for the Blu-ray, like I said, is from Troma. It is distributed by MVD. And it looks all right. It's very soft at times. There's damage. There's some flashing strobing happening during certain scenes, like say at nighttime. It's not a great Blu-ray. It doesn't look amazing. I'm sure that a restoration work could have been done on it to make it look better, but it's Surf Nazis Must Die. Do we really care? Probably not. Cool to have on Blu-ray. It was released previously on DVD because the features on this are pretty much all ported over from the DVD. Features actually quite a bit. They're not really long. But we got like an interview of Lloyd Kaufman. He does an intro to the movie where he said that it's a newer intro because he talks about being in like quarantine from COVID and stuff like that. And he mentions that Surf Nazis Must Die was a very forward-thinking film because it had a fat black lady in it. His words, not mine. So we have that. We have interview with Peter George. It's an older interview. He's the director, if you're wondering. Interview with Robin Tennell. I honestly don't remember who that is. Robin Tennell. Am I saying Robin? Because on the back here it says produced by Robert. Maybe. I don't know. We have Radiation March, which is a short little public service announcement for pollution. That if the pollution keeps going up, children are going to die. That was weird. We have some deleted scenes. They don't really add too much to it. He says they're integral to the plot, but to me it looked like it was just more surf scenes. We have scenes from Tromaville Cafe. So I get to see some more terrible acting. We have Soul of Trauma. I watched these features last night, and they all kind of blended together because they're all so short that you could just kind of go through them really quick and watch them. I think Soul of Trauma was just like showing a bunch of other trauma stuff as well. We have, what the fuck? Gizzard Face Troma Now promo? I don't know what the hell that is. I don't remember seeing that on the back. I know that Lloyd Kaufman, he has a feature where he talks about big Hollywood and streaming services taking away from the small independent companies. We have another feature where he gets fucked by Hollywood, literally. We have, what else is there? I can't remember that. I know there was, why am I doing that? We got the screenshots and features list and everything on Cultsploitation, so you just go there to see it. Weird enough, there is a feature, when I put this in my Blu-ray player, there's a feature at the end of it. It was supposed to be a new interview with Peter George. And when I click on it, it just kept going back to the main menu. It wouldn't let me play it. It just would go back to the main menu. I'd try again and again. I clicked on the main menu button, thinking maybe they were switched. No. So I couldn't even watch that feature. No idea. No idea why it doesn't work. So that's just, I want to point that out. There is some weird quirks on this Blu-ray. Maybe you won't get it. Maybe you will. Hey, let me know. If you have the Blu-ray, comment. Let me know if it happened to you as well. So then we can all, like, scream, "Recall! We want our perfect Surf Nazis Must Die Blu-ray." And, yeah, that's it. Audio, I didn't mention audio, but audio, yeah, I didn't feel like there was anything super special with the audio. They don't even say what it is on the back here. Yeah. It's really fucking dark in my room right now. No. I don't know what the audio. It sounded fine. It was low at times, but you know, whatever. Oh, I forgot to mention two of the features on this. There are two public service like announcement. Public service announcements actually is what it's called. It's 1 and 2. The first one, basically, it's a video for people that are alone in their hotel room and want to masturbate to porn. So they're like, here's 90 seconds of a girl gyrating and rubbing. She's topless and she's rubbing her crotch and everything. That's the first one. The second one talks about global warming and has two half-naked chicks rubbing each other in the background, while Al Gore, who is black, talks about climate change. Yeah. So yeah, that's Surf Nazis Must Die. So what did I think overall? What is the rating? Honestly, given the quirks, given how boring the movie is at times, I know Troma fans are going to come after me if I give it a bad rating, but I don't give a shit. So I'm going to actually only give it a 2. I'm going to give it 2. I'm going to give it 2 surfboards. I'm very limited on what I can put up on the channel because I don't want to have any swastikas on things. So 2 surfboards out of 5 Mama Washingtons. So 2 surfboards out of big old Mama Washington. So it's a 2 out of 5, unfortunately. You know what? If you do, okay, so let's do a note here. If you do like the movie, the Blu-ray is worth it, right? This is just my opinion. My opinion means shit. So if you like this movie, there's a Blu-ray. Yay, buy it. For me, it was all right. So that's it. So thanks for checking out this terrible review. Remember, check out Cultsploitation. We do screenshots, galleries, scans of the Blu-rays. We spend countless hours doing these galleries and scans, so you better fucking appreciate it. Importtaste.ca, like I already mentioned, it's Canadian. That's where I put my reviews. I put just my links to like the YouTube reviews and everything like that. What else? Blood and Black Rum podcast. That's Ryan's little baby. We have a Patreon still. Hey, we actually got a new Patreon subscriber, so I don't remember who it is, but thank you. Yeah, so that's it. That's my review. As terrible as always, I appreciate you checking it out, and have a good day, and thanks for not mentioning how terrible my hair looks.